Welcome back. It's the Flow Friday Sports Show here on Flow FM, and it's time to check in on Gawler and District Softball for the first time in 2024. Sarah McMillan, the league president, joins me. Sarah, great to have you back on Flow. How was the sort of summer break from Gawler and District Softball? I know you've had a few games scheduled since we last spoke, but you did get a little bit of time off. So, yes, how's it all been since we last checked in?
Thanks for having me. We have had a bit of a up and down off section because we've had a couple of washouts, or thunder and lightning for one, and the other one was just a whole lot of water on the field. But we did get to play last week, which is great.
All right, fair enough. Well, yes, it's too dangerous playing when there's thunder and lightning around, and here in Adelaide and surrounding areas, there has been some serious storms as of late, some unexpected summer storms. So good that they've been keeping safe and not playing in those conditions, but it's unfortunate that there have been a couple of washouts. But thankfully, there were some games played on the weekend, so let's have a look through those games, and we'll start off looking at the Div 1s, and we had the Kangas taking on the Blue Jays, and it was the Blue Jays prevailing in that one 7-4. So a pretty tight game in that one between a couple of the powerhouses.
Yes, a very tight game. As predicted, like they are the two teams that are really level on top of each other, basically. But yeah, they've both come out very strong, and strong fielding, strong batting, and the base running was like very aggressive, and it was really good to watch. Basically, a really good game all round. But I think in the end, Tash hit a massive three-bagger out there, but she brought three other runs in, and I think that topped the lead and held it there quite well. But yeah, it was a great game, and I think a little bit of, if you want to say, a little bit of aggressive, but fast and fearless base running by a couple of the players.
All right.
The diamond.
That's what we like to see. Fast and fearless. Great stuff. We want to see that for the rest of the season, that's for sure. Across all the grades and age groups, hopefully. Now, we also had the game between Two Wells and the Vikings, and the Vikings won that one 6-0. So certainly not a walkover by any means. Two Wells unable to get a run on the board, but not a bad effort, only allowing 6 to the Vikings.
Yes, the fielding was pretty strong for Two Wells, holding them at 6, but yeah, some very big, strong batters in Vikings. And then I think Two Wells, I don't know what was going on, just a little bit quiet in the batting this week. I think it was like they've had too big a break, and it took a while to get their eye back in to get the bat on the ball.
Still just working back into form. Yes,
we'll get back in there. There was, to finish off the game, Vikings, Briellen Dunn, a massive, massive home run by herself out there on the diamond. Yeah, her time in town has really paid off with her batting. Just massive hit.
All right, sensational. That's what we like to hear. Let's have a look at the Div 2s. The Giants are on the bye. The Giants were on the bye the weekend that was in Div 2. We had two games in action. Let's start with the closer one. It was the Kangas and the Blue Jays, and it was the Blue Jays just prevailing 6-4.
Yeah, the Blue Jays Kangas game, Div 2, was sort of like a mimic of the Div 1 game. Very strong fielding, strong base running, and strong batting. Yes, the batting again was great. Brett Perry, who is first season back again from, I think she played as a child, quite a young child, but she's been an AFL footballer and doing other things. But she hit a good home run, and I think that was the difference between Blue Jays and Kangas' score, which was great.
All right, good win there by the Blue Jays in our other Div 2 game. It was a big win by the Vikings over Two Wells, 14-3. Plenty of runs scored in that one.
Yes, a lot of runs. And again, a lot of big hitting in Vikings again. And Two Wells getting on, but not quite bringing them as many home, and a little bit shy compared to the Vikings batting. But Alex Hill from Vikings did a great job at pitching and got in 5 strikeouts, which is, pretty awesome.
All right, very good stuff. And if we look to the under-17s, just the one game in action, and it was the Kangas beating Trinity College 6-2. Now, they have played one other game this year, and that was back in October, and that was the Kangas winning in a 7-0 forfeit. So they didn't really play, but they did technically get a result. So this was the first game they actually played against each other, and Kangas not as easy as the forfeit win, but a good win.
Yeah, a good win, but it was great to see the under-17s Trinity out there, and they did put in a good fight. Some great pitching. Josephine Vergara, I think she had a play in every out there was for the day, like pitching or strikeouts or even the put out at home, which was great. But Blake Rosenzweig hit a massive home run, and under-17s, I think the boys just grow over Christmas. They just get stronger and stronger. Like, you start out with the kids, they all look the same when they start the season, and then just over Christmas, the guys shoot up and the girls get faster, and it's just, it's great to watch. Anyway.
Great stuff. Very good. And our last game to look through from the weekend, that was in the under-14s. It was Trinity College beating the Kangas in a very tight one, 7-6. And it's the first game they've played against each other this year. There's been a couple of forfeits. Each team's had at least one forfeit when they have been scheduled to play. So they finally got on the park against each other. And, it was worth the wait because this one looks like it was a cracking matchup.
Yes, it was a great game to watch. And, like you said, a great matchup to finally see them play each other. It's great. And the game it's just great to see. It was like a development match right in front of your eyes. As the game went on, the pitching got better, which made the batting get better, which made the fielding get better. And you see catches and all types of plays. It's just amazing to watch. It's so exciting to see them just growing before your eyes, really.
Yes, it's one of the great things about sport is seeing athletes get better and better, and you see it in the senior age groups, but it really stands out in the juniors when, like you said, you come back from a month or so away, and sometimes these junior players, they shoot up, they grow, and they're hitting the ball a lot harder. So it is one of the great things in sport, and they improve right before your eyes. So we're seeing a lot of that in the 14s and 17s. Are we? Lots of improvement as the season's going on, and especially as we return from the Christmas break.
Yes, and to see Trinity out there actually getting the games in now, it's like you can compare where they're at to the rest of the field, and I think they're going to do all right. It's going to be a pretty even matchup between the three of them.
Very excited to see how the juniors pan out for the rest of the year. Div 1's back in action this weekend. We've got the Vikings taking on the Kangas and the Blue Jays taking on Two Wells. In the Div 2s, we've got the Blue Jays taking on Two Wells again, and the Giants taking on the Kangas. Vikings have got the bye, and Trinity College taking on the Giants in the juniors in the 14s and the 17s. So plenty more action this weekend as the season rolls on. Sarah, thank you very much for checking in with us. Great to have you back on the air for 2024. Looking forward to chatting to you again next week. Enjoy the softball this weekend, and good luck to you in your match.
Yes, thank you very much. And, it's going to be a warm one this weekend. So, start drinking your water now, and we'll see you out in the diamond.